Hi everybody, welcome to the Queer Network. My name is Justin Gerhardt. This is Queer from the Couch, and I have Brandon Beson joining me, who is also from Toronto. How old are you, Brandon?
I'm 18.
18
Yes.
years old, openly gay. When did you first come out?
Surprisingly, it's been a little while. It's been about 4 years ago now.
Okay, so when you were 14.
Yes.
What was that like coming out at 14?
It was terrifying.
Okay.
It was very scary, but I felt like I really needed to. I knew, like, probably around grade 7, 8, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have a feeling, I knew. And I was like, I hated being closeted. Because
Okay.
I knew who I was, but I felt like I was just trapped because I wasn't being who I was. I feel like I was just afraid of more of what my loved ones would say about me being gay. Which, I was very fortunate that I have an amazing family that they support me with everything. Everything that I've gone through and just being who I am.
Did you feel shame about it, or you were afraid that it might change that relationship with your family?
I felt like it would more change the relationship with my family, but at the same time, I felt like it was a phase.
Okay.
I actually, when I first came out, I told everyone I was bisexual.
It's a nice soft blow.
Yes. It was like, that was my way of being like, okay, I can introduce them to it and like see what their reaction to it is.
So then you tell them you're bisexual, and their reaction was?
My mom was fine. She kind of, she assumed it was a phase as well.
Okay.
But I definitely knew because like I would have relationships with girls and even just like kissing them. There was just a weird feeling about it where I was just like, I did not like it at all. Like it almost, I don't know how to explain the feeling of it. It's not something you actually feel physically.
Yeah, exactly. What did it feel like to have your mom bring you to Pride?
I thought that was amazing.
We thought that was amazing.
I think she had a better time than I did.
That's
actually. She was like, "Oh my God, we're doing this. We're going here now." And like when you guys, when we talked to you there, you guys mentioned the meditation place.
Yes.
And she was like, "Okay, we're going there next."
Yes.
And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna check out everything."
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that's
and
amazing.
I was like, it was the best.
Yeah. For all of you that are watching at home, this is exactly where we met Brandon. He was on one of our episodes of Queer from the Couch. 2 episodes. Let me get that right.
Yes.
2 episodes of Queer from the Couch that we did for the Queer Is and the Pride Is episodes.
Yes.
A few weeks ago. Pride is also that event that brings so many people together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling being there because you feel so safe, secure, like you can be who you are.
So back to the rest of your family. You have siblings?
I do. I have a sister.
Okay.
She's 14 months younger than me.
Okay.
She loves me. She loves me being who I am.
What's it been like with your dad?
So with my dad is a different story.
Okay.
It is, he's not as acceptive as my mother is. It's been actually quite hard with him.
Right.
And anytime I've actually mentioned anything about even me being gay, even just like symboling it, like I talked about my nails once.
Right.
And because every once in a while I like to paint my own. His reaction was, "You're going to get a lot of hate."
Right.
And which I took as, yes, I will. But he told me that I just need to not do it.
Right.
Because like, that's not right.
Sounds like there's some of a protective nature in there that he doesn't want you to feel pain or doesn't want you to get hurt in some way.
Yeah, there definitely is a bit.
Also, he also doesn't seem that open to what being gay means.
Yeah, he doesn't like talking about it. My mom says that he is fine with it, but he definitely makes me feel different.
Right.
Like 100% with like even just kind of the way he looks at me sometimes when I like wear certain things or I don't know. It's just I just get vibes and like just looks that I don't know.
So what's it like been having one parent so accepting and the other not in the same household? You still live at home with your parents?
Yes I do.
So what does that energy feel like?
It's very hard, actually. It's like constantly everyone's like butting heads.
So what do you think will happen, or what do you think could happen between your father and you, could there be a conversation, or do you think that would go nowhere? How do you see yourself moving forward?
I feel like if he was willing to actually talk and was willing to take in a lot of the information,
Like
and,
actually
like
listen.
actually absorb it, and consider
Yeah.
some of these options and some of the things that is queer,
Or in just different.
in just being different in general, maybe, but he definitely does not come off as someone who will.
Do you think he still sees it as wrong?
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is, I think, where it gets challenging having these conversations with people who fully believe that it still is something that you've chosen and that is in defiance of what is the norm and comfortable for people. And that's, again, where it becomes very hard to even try to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Is it a religious thing at all to him?
I think it's more masculinity than
Okay.
anything, because it's like, those are the times that I've seen looks. It's when I look like, I have more of a feminine look than masculine look.
Right.
He will give me like, he just doesn't seem to like that.
So he wants a guy to be a guy.
He wants a guy to be, the typical guy, drinking a beer, going to the bar, watching sports. I don't actually even like sports. I've never really watched any like games or anything.
And the ironic thing about that statement is that there are so many gay people out there that are exactly what he just described.
There are. Yeah.
And that's what we are, starting to realize with this queer community of people, is that it's not just one type.
Yeah.
It is such a plethora.
Yeah.
And I think what would maybe have some effect on him and somebody like him is that he meets somebody that is that.
Yeah. I don't know exactly at this point what I can do to help him. I feel like it's more in his hands now.
Right.
He needs to, if he wants to have a relationship with me, he would need to kind of open his eyes a bit more.
Yeah.
And try to accept at least. For me to do something, I don't know what's really left.
Right. What does the word queer mean to you?
It's a definition for everyone. So everyone has their own definition of what queer is.
Right.
Because to me, queer is whoever you are.
Right.
And it's just people that aren't the norm, almost. Like,
do you use the word, or is it not?
I don't use it that much. Mostly because like I've kind of grown up to it as a negative word.
Okay.
So no, like using the word, I still get the weird negative feeling when I say it. So I don't say it as much, but I'm definitely warming up to it lately.
Yeah.
Even just like being new to your community here.
Yeah.
I've heard it a lot more, and it's become more of a positive word than negative.
Yeah. Do you use the word gay? Like what?
I use gay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like the way you describe.
Yeah.
Identify.
Yeah. I normally just say, hey, I'm gay.
So what are the ways in which you have taken care of yourself within this process of having a parent who's accepting and not? Like, what tools have you used to become what we see and what Ed and I have both seen as like this young man who's confident in who he is not afraid to share his story? How did you get to this place?
There's always a way to get through something. It will be hard, but it will not be forever. And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.